adventure this morning. We have awoken nice and early. Jules is over in my territory this weekend. Yeah, I've got to come past it again. We're up here at the famous Dobroyd Point. Very windy today, so I think videoing is going to be rather difficult. We're going to have a lot of sound coming through. But the plan today is to walk actually down to Crater Cove. So if you're not familiar with Crater Cove, they're the little fishermen's huts right at the bottom there of Dobroyd Point. Over there in the distance is Manly, Station and North Head over there. Look out here. And you can see that church up there in the distance. That's where Keith and Nicole got married. There's one of the ferries coming in. Let's see what this little plaque is. Be careful, there's a step here. Lookout, Dobroyd Head. So in the distance we can see Fairlight, Manly Beach, Manly Wharf, St Patrick's Estate. I think that's the place where Kidman and I got his name there, got married. North Harbour Aquatic Reserve, Keith Urban, that's it. Sydney Harbour National Park. Overcast, another perfect day for exploring. And if you see up in the distance there, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, right between that dead branch and the tree here is the Northern Beaches Hospital, right up there in the distance. Made some plaques of what you find in the bush here. So you've got the eastern water dragon. Did you take a few pictures of these, Jules? You got the Sydney flannel flower. You got the common blue tongue, the heart banksia. Oh, my favourite, the New Holland honey eater. Andrew will laugh his head off. You got the Nakeen kestrel. I've seen plenty of those here. You got the dwarf apple. We've got to look out for the dwarf apple. I don't know if the dwarf apple, Jules. Once again, we've got the Metacia. Looks like the New Holland honey eater. Looks exactly the same. Oh, that's the little fern again. Again, you got the blue tongue, and the red spider flower, and the common ringtail possum. They're everywhere. Okay, let's make a move and start making our way down. Walking along Dobroyd Point Road here. In the distance over there is Middlehead Tunnels, where we've explored extensively. fishermen's huts on video, but if the wind's coming in that direction, just be careful here, Jules, it's very slippery. No dogs allowed. $3,300. An expensive fine. So these are all the walks that you can do here. So you can head off to the spit, go Manly this way. Now they don't broadcast Crater Cove. They don't want you going down there because they're significant in how long ago they were built. They were built in the 1920s. Originally they were fishermen's huts. Instead of fishermen coming all the way back up here again, they built these little huts into the rock face down there, and they would stay overnight. And then through the Depression era, people were actually living down in there because no one had any money. And then as the years went on, 60s and 70s, other people started moving on in. And then the last person was kicked out in about 1984. In 1984 they were told to leave, so see if you can pick them up from this lookout here. You can see them down the bottom there on the rock face, and they go all the way around. Our plan is to walk down there, come across the rock face and make our way down. Originally they were fishermen's huts that were built in, I think, 1923, and then other ones were built in the 1960s. So instead of coming all the way back up here again, I think in the Depression era people were living there because no one had any money, and they had veggie gardens and everything down there. And then what happened, people set up camp permanently in the 70s and 80s, but the locals here got the shits that they were paying $1 million for their houses, and why should these guys move in for free? So these guys tried to say that they've been living here for 10-15 years, that they should be able to live here permanently, and the courts kicked them out. So they've been locked up, boarded up since 1984 from what I read. Yeah, absolutely, that's where we're going to go. Middlehead, I'll have to take you over to Middlehead one day. That's where the boys and I have done extensive explores. So we know virtually every little fortification and bunker and lookout. You think you've been to Middlehead? Yeah. Right, let's make our way down, see how we go. See how it's nice and barren now, the fire's gone through. They said that it was quite hard to get down, it was very overgrown. But a friend of mine did this walk not long ago, and he said it's pretty easy to get down because the fire had gone through. So.
So it's from the recent fire?
That's from the recent fire, yeah. See the green, how it's started to shoot back up again. So. I'm going to head along this boardwalk here. Make our way down. Hang on, Jules. Started the boardwalk. The last time I did this walk would have been probably 2005. With my son. He was only a young fellow. We did it during the week then. We didn't encounter any volunteers back in those days, so I don't think anything was open. Everything was still closed up. The sun's out now. They did forecast a little bit of rain. I think we should be okay. Look where that ferry's going. It's heading out instead of going straight. Never seen the ferry do that before. There's probably calmer waters out there. Yeah, he's going to see, he's turning right now. See how he's swinging it around? There it is. So
what, that's the manual ferry that takes you to
Circular Quay. There should be another one coming from Circular Quay this way. 40 minutes, 45 minutes. That's the best way to go. You can take the fast ferries. I think they take about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but you don't really see much. This way you can really take your time. Yeah, in the morning when you go to work, you want the fast ones. But on the weekend, I would always take the Sydney ferry. Walking along this track down at Crater Cove, with all the rain that we've had in the last week, it's pretty muddy. I'm okay because I got the thongs on. Poor old Jules forgot her walking shoes and she's got her beautiful shoes on, so I don't think she's going to be all that happy. But we've seen a few walkers come through this track, so hopefully it'll start drying up. It is drying up now, so that seemed to be the worst little bit there. Don't go too far ahead, Jules, you get taken by hostiles. The first sign, Arabanu Lookout, that's where we just were. Manly Strait. And this is a little counter. See this little counter here, Jules? It tells the national parks or whoever it is around here how many people have walked past this point. See just on the end here? Yeah, this thing here is a counter. I don't know if it's still working, but it lets whoever know how many people have walked or ran past there. Arabanu Lookout, the Spit, and Manly. Now we're not going to go to Manly. As soon as we find the sign or see the sign to turn left to Beatty Street, we've got to just head past that a little bit and turn right to head down to Crater Cove. It's not signposted, so if you're ever going to do this, as I said, they do not want you doing this. You don't find it. You'll find it on the website if you type in Crater Cove, but up here there's nothing signposted showing you the way down there. So. Starting the descent down now. Beautiful view in the distance. So we've got the Manly ferry now coming from Circular Quay. Really popular track for runners and joggers, people trying to keep fit.
Yeah, this would be a good combination of stairs and...
It's a great way to keep fit. If you live local, I gather all these people that we've seen here, they're locals, they would do this.
How many kilometres is it?
Not too sure how long. We should have.
I noticed the Spit or something.
Oh, 3.7 or something. Yeah, like.
Oh, that's like a perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Run, isn't it?
Yeah. And with those views, you would never get tired doing it. See how the bushes opened up with the fire that's come through. You can see the trail in the distance there. It's pretty straightforward. There is one little tricky bit that you have to know, but if you know the Crater Cove is down off the cliffs there, so you know you're going to make your way down there. So. I just don't know why they don't open it up to the public. Yeah, I don't know if they're scared. I think the reason being is they might be scared that they might collapse and fall onto the rocks down below. From what I read, they look pretty shabby, and I think with all the erosion, because they've actually the floor is actually the rock base, the natural rock. So I think they're scared of accidents happening, and then whoever's liable after that. Now this could be the sign that we're looking for. Alright, this is where a lot of people get confused. So you've got Manly Strait, Beatty Street left. Now about 3 metres on, which is this little track here. Now as you can see this now because the fire has gone through, but this was overgrown once upon a time. This is the track down to Crater Cove. So if you get to this sign here that says the Spit, heading back up again, this is the track you take. Now we're going to have to make our way over fallen trees and a little bit muddy here, Jules, but there's only one track down and this is the way. But all worth it in the end. and we get to see those fishermen's huts. I've never filmed it. I don't know why. I had the camera back when I took my son here when he was really small, but I don't know why I didn't film anything. I should have filmed it then and compared to what it looks like 15 years on. Yeah, because the rain and wind, you know, it's consistently eroding the cliff tops there. Imagine in heavy rain, this would be like a nice little creek running through here. Made our way along the side of the cliff tops here, and this is the descent down now, here on in. Jules is making her way down carefully. Pretty muddy today and very windy. Much sound's going to come through the video. There's nothing worse than hearing the wind come through the microphone on the video. Not bad so far. A few little muddy bits back up there, but all in all, not too bad. Huh? What was that? Just be careful down here if it's slippery. Ooh, hang on, come down this way. Okay? Oh, you head down first. Mossy. Yep, along this rock face here. And the lookout that we were at before, you can now see the rail, and there's a whole bunch of people up there, straight up there on the hill. So we've come all the way down this way and snaked our way down. Just see one fisherman hut in the distance there. And here's the roof of the first one. So we've made it down some stairs now. A bit of pollution. I wonder how waterproof they are. There you go, what does it say?
Recreation.
Sydney Harbour National Park, revegetation area, please keep off. Yeah, go down a little bit further and then we can hook left. I think you can go in front of these houses. I'm pretty sure we came in a different way. Just let me get through, take a few pictures. SHNP. This site is closed between sunset and sunrise. Caretaker on duty. Have a nice day. Wow, look at that. See the bottles in the wall, Jules? Is that natural air conditioning? Let me have a look if you can actually see through. Just beer bottles cemented in there. I don't think you can actually see in. So they've got the Avis disc locks. So they've got spool pins in them. This has got plenty of tools and everything inside. Yeah, I know. Yes, right on there, Tania. And a beautiful sea here, and spectacular. You could probably fish from here. So you are allowed to come here during the day, but they do not want you coming here at night. Making our way up to the other huts now. These ones here might have been the only ones that are built onto the cliff face. It's probably where they bath themselves. It's like a little rock pool. Looks similar to the one up at Yarama Castle. How nice is it through here? Rainforest. Where are we, Jules? Crater Cove. Crater Cove. Take a picture of them. How beautiful is this? Little flowing stream. I dare say a couple of days ago the water would have been gushing so hard through here, probably wouldn't have been able to cross. No collecting, on the spot fine, $500. So I've got some old cooking utensils here. More of the boys. CCTV security system. I'm looking out for it, but I can't see it. Volunteer. The crater camps are old and fragile. Please be gentle. Do not enter. Have a nice day. Coming through, Jules. Oh, the old umbrellas that they used to put up at corner stores and that. They used to say streets. I think this one does say streets. Yeah, it does. The old Streets ice cream umbrellas. Oh, we've got a thong graveyard. People that have come down in their thongs. wonder if that last little rock hut is part of that green one. I think it is. You actually walk in the green one and it's an extension that goes through. I wonder if we can climb down the rocks and get on the other side of that hut on the way back. We've got one more up here and pretty much about it. A nice little waterfall over here. And the lookout should be just up there because this is the hut that we can see. And there's the lookout just up there, so that's where Dobro Point is, where you actually look down on this hut down here, the green one. The only way up is that the north side of the valley from Manly and the Spit. So they're actually giving you directions of how to get back up again. Path heads down this way. Oh, there's another house there. I wonder how we get to that one. That's a well hidden one, that one. Look how old these locks are. That master lock hasn't been opened 20 years, 25 years, rusted out completely. I wonder how you get up to that hut up there. There's one just there. I don't know if you can actually see in there. These locks haven't been opened in a long time. Now understand why the people that shacked up in these in the 70s and 80s never wanted to leave. Why would you ever want to leave here if you're going to put yourself a vegetable patch up the back here and boil this water that's running down? If there's plenty of fish, you got $1 million views. How cozy would it be down here? No one would disturb you at all. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'll just head down here, Jules, with the camera. I'll see if I can get a picture of this front bit here. I've got a couple of sneaky huts. There's one up the top here, and you wouldn't believe it, up behind this bush here. There's not a track, you have to climb up on some rocks. There's another hidden hut. So there could even be someone living here, I don't know. You want to head up there, Jules? Take a picture when we come back down again. You'll see, once you get up on top of this rock here, you'll actually see the hut. This one is well hidden. So if you come down here, this one looks like one of the newer ones. This one might actually lead to the other one that's up here. Look at this one. It's a beer keg there, like
grass or
like running water.
proper grass.
Old Castrol bin. This one's been boarded up. Yeah, it's buffalo grass. Yeah, there is a track heading down here, Jules. This probably takes us to the other one. These could be from all the boys from back in the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s that are just on display. But once again, see, look what happens here. Due to the recent vandalism in this area, we have installed surveillance devices. Surveillance devices. So you do have a solar panel up there. Surveillance device. It could be an infrared just inside the door there, because I can't see anything outside. Read the sign there. From 2000. People were vandalising it even way back in 2014. There's the other one, Jules, we couldn't get to. Look at it. That one's probably the biggest out of the lot. That's huge, that one.
This is like maintaining.
Yeah, well, the volunteers do it. The national parks and volunteers come down here and look after it all. You've got a brigade of volunteers that look after it. Okay, so this is the only way to get to these two. Actually, there might not even be a path to this other one. We'll try to make our way through and take a few pictures once we get there. This one is very overgrown. As you can see, there was a path through here, pretty muddy. A couple of fallen trees, but I think it's the way. I'm guessing. We have to crawl in and under. You going to be right, Jules, to come through here? I don't even know if this is the right way. I don't think it is, you know. Oh yeah, we're coming up on top of it. This one is really hidden. Still can't see any other walkers coming down, it's just us, dear. Oh, I've had to pirouette through the lantana. We've snaked our way down through the lantana here. Jules is struggling with her beautiful shoes. There's a bit of a drop here, Jules, but after this drop, I think it's a clear path up. And if you weren't looking hard, you would miss this one. That's where the other one was, just up there. Come on, bush girl. Okay, so this has got an old Avis lock on it, so you can tell that no one's been here for a long time. Warning, these premises are protected by closed circuit television. Images are recorded for the purpose of crime prevention and public safety. Now, I'd hazard a guess, but unless we've got CCTV James Bond style in trees, I can't see anything recording us at the moment. It's like you would put a sticker in your window at home when you don't have an alarm system. Yeah, Avis A. Simon's. Simon used to live here, Jules.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look at the old bottle here. Don't know. Don't know what it was used for.
Got a bottle at one end.
Oh, look how old that is. Beautiful. Schweppes. Original Schweppes bottle. It's embossed with lemons. You think they're lemons? I'd say it's lemons. Maybe some sort of lemonade or something. So this is the hardest one to get to. And looking at all the other locks, okay, we've got a path here. So maybe this path leads us back to where we have to go. We don't have to go back the same way. But we did get through the quickest route here. Let me see if I can get up the back here. Take a back view of this house. We've got some loose rocks here. See if we can find a veggie garden or something. Oh yeah, you got a basket. Come up here, Jules. You can take a picture through the back windows. Imagine living here looking out your back window, this beautiful view. Got some wine glasses. People have been enjoying themselves here. Straight up through there. You probably make your way down from the lookout if you're a skilled bushwalker. Straight down from there. You wouldn't have to go all the way around. A little plant. Little keg. Looks like it's made out of a tree. You see the wine glasses down there? Come up a little bit further.
Yeah, I saw them down there.
I think they're martini glasses. You got another little track here. Maybe this was... Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying, that we could probably head down from the top there. Few glasses in the window. Look how old that bottle is there. Wow. Hello. Mr. Cruz is here to visit. Can you come down to here? Come and have a look at the daybed. Right in the corner there with pillows. People must stay here, but that lock doesn't look like it's been open in ages. I don't know how long it's been. I think everything...
I was one of the volunteers. I'd be spending the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Come down here and have a look. Just have a look through that side window. Yeah, just go down a little bit further there. And you'll be able to see the daybed. You might be able to capture a picture. Yeah, straight through there. See, put the phone portrait, Jules, up and down, and pull back a little bit. You might be able to get a good shot that way. I don't know how they're going to come out. Maybe the reflection of the window, we're not going to be able to see anything. So we've got this house here. One in the distance there is 2. The one down the bottom there was 3. And the 2 on the cliff face there is 5. So I've counted 5. I don't think there's anything else in the scrub up here. But these 2 here are well hidden. Oh, spiderweb. Actually, there is another one here. We've got another roof here, Jules. I don't know if that's the same one. I think head back down to the front of this place because there was a track heading off to the left.
Is that another track?
No, there's a few spiderwebs in that there.
And that track up?
No. I can see I don't know if the roof from this one here, this is the track this way here. This one's pretty safe. And it does turn left here, so... Alright, we'll say goodbye to this nice place. There is another one here. This could be the one that we're at. Oh no, we're back on the... Oh, are we or not? No, we're high up. I don't think we're back on the track. So this will be 6. Yeah, we haven't been to this one. And we've got a big bag here.
They absolutely maintain these well.
Yeah, they've got the old volunteers. So this is another one. This is called the Town Hall, Jules. And this is another old one as well.
This is my house then.
What's this one? Lockwood.
Todd said to me the other day, I don't know if I told you this, said, I watch it from now when people come. Oh, you did now.
Yeah. Hang on, wait till it's done. Okay, so that's 6 all in all. This one's got a water tank. Can you see in there at all? In that small little window there? Look how old the fry pan is. You got a barrel here. You can go around to the front. See the view of this place. Yeah, they've got curtains up in the windows. Can't see anything. You got a track heading down here. It might take us back to where we were. Oh yeah, there's another one here. Straight down here, Jules. So this will make number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one we're coming to down the bottom is 7. These are hard to see, these ones. Oh no, that's the original one. Okay, 6 all up. That's the one with the rope. So there must be a little track just to the side of that house there that comes up through here, that gets to this house, the one up and the one to the left there. What a view. Amazing view. Take a few pictures there and then we'll head back up this way because there was a track heading off. Well, there was a track heading off to the left of this house. It might come back on the normal track down below. Well hidden here. Back up to the house here and then we'll head off down this track here. Straight up through. Yeah, come up through here, there's a track heading down. I think this takes us back to where we need to go and then we'll start heading back home. So what'd you think?
Yeah.
Very cool. I don't think I explored all of them with my son last time. I don't think we found these ones. Okay, beautiful creeks just running through underneath under the undergrowth. I wonder if we can make it through here. Maybe we can't, just. It's a little bit risky. And if we can make it down there, we'll get back onto the normal track. Right on the water. Just about to make our way back up again. I'd say that were the original fisherman's huts built into the rock face there. They'll collapse one day. You can see how far back the actual natural rock is eroded, so I think they'll fall in. Has this got a front like window for a view? It does, doesn't it? You're going to move in? Got like a boogie board in there. There. Another one up there. Another one up there. Another one over there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you construed that as 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7. Seven little fisherman's huts. This would take you back straight up to where this house is as well. Let's walk up through here. see what it's like. So up through the bush there takes you back up to this house. Right next to the creek. You ready to go, young Julie? Let's rock and roll. See if we can get onto the other side of the stone hut there, and from there we'll make our way home. We want to try to get on the other side of that stone house to see your huts that we can see. I think the only way is along here. As long as we're not walking on the roof, as that sign. So with respect, stay on path and off roof. Well, I'm not on the path here, but I'm not going to be on the roof. Just want to see what's on the other side of this and how they're built. Is it a separate little house? Yeah, there's a little trapdoor there where you can head out. Yeah, sleeping quarters. There's a bunk there, and it leads to a little upstairs section of that original house. So it's like a little elevated section. Where are ya? This is ready to collapse. I don't want to be walking too close. Well, that's the tour of Crater Cove. We managed to find all the little huts. We're going to make our way back up to Tania Park and grab the mandatory lunch after we have a venture. Here, Jules. We have made it back up to the top of this sign here where the little click counter is that allows the national parks to know how many people are coming and going. Back nearly up to the car. We didn't come down this path, did we? We came down the other path. This looks a little bit more waterlogged. As the day goes on, there's more and more walkers and joggers. So we started this around about 8 o'clock. They were playing cricket up the top there at the Oval. We've seen maybe one or two bushwalkers. A friend reckoned he did Crater Cove couple of weeks ago. They did it around about lunchtime, and he said there was quite a lot of people down there having picnics on the rocks. So it is quite popular. Up through here, I think. Julie. On the reeds. Still a fair way away from the road. I thought this actually, we're near to the road. We've got a bit to go, I think. So after about another 5-minute walk, we have concluded the walk. Very good. Very good. They're still playing cricket?
Yep.
Now, Dobroy Point holds a lot of memories for me. Because 30 years ago, when I was running around with a group called the Beacon Boys, we used to sit up and leave for our adventures from a place called Beacon Hill Oval. Now, back in those days, you had a group. They used to sit up on the top car park there called the Dobby Boys. And they were really well known. And the reason why this place was so popular is because it was a CB hangout, and getting reception all the way to Bondi, this was the perfect spot. Now, the amount of fun that we had here was just incredible. So you got the circuit around here. I can remember stories of people starting to do burnouts from the front boom gate, coming all the way around the circuit, all the way around here, all the way around up to the top car park where everyone used to sit and talk. And then I think he did another half again. So he did the lap and another half before his tyres blew. Now, there could have been other instances of people doing it longer, but that's a story that I remember someone telling me, of doing a burnout the whole lap and then coming around half again before either the tyres blew or the car, something happened to the car. So this place holds a lot of memories for me when I was younger, and it's one of the only spot, when you look at North Head and West Head, they're boom gated off at sunset. This is the only spot that you can pretty much come out at night time, no matter what time, and just hang out here. So you can get out here at 4 AM, sit up here, admire the view, and no one disturbs you. Alright, let's go get some lunch. Bye bye.